Good morning everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Adam and this is Adam Sews. So today I am going to do something slightly different. I'm going to show you what I'm up to, what I've been doing and what I've been making this week, but I'm also going to give you a little tour because things have changed in the sewing room. So this week was my birthday week and we have gone to IKEA yesterday and got myself a new pegboard, which is this one here. Because I needed somewhere to store all of my Orifil cones and just all my knickknacks that I need to get easily. So I've now got, as you come into the sewing room, I've now got my machines over the back, I've got my overlocker and all my gubbins there. I've got my my pegboard, I've got one of my Kallax units, I've moved my wall hangings to the chimney breast, either side of Rudolph, that stays up all year round regardless. I bought this new Kallax unit yesterday, which now houses my bolts of Tudor and my Free Spirit, and on the far right hand side is my bolt of Heat and Bond fusible fleece, because I go through quite a lot of it, so I just buy it on the bolt. Down there is some webbing, the big box down the bottom is full of zips. They are some projects that I have been requested and sold, and they are going to a client of mine tomorrow. In here is scrap orphan blocks for patchwork and for quilts. This is one of my art dolls, one of my other art dolls. That's my birthday card from my husband. My other art dolls are up here. This is all Tula. This is all Tula. This is mix of different woven cottons with some K facet and some fabric in there that I got from IKEA yesterday, which is a double, it's not a border print, it is a big open print with a big circular sort of polka dot design in the centre, which I'm going to use as a quilt back, and it was just £2 a metre and it is 100% cotton. These are my batiks, my jelly rolls and my fat quarters. And underneath is fabrics that I have got plans for, but I've not yet put into motion. This is character cotton lycra. That box needs to go in the bin. So this has got Batman on it. This one's got Harry Potter on it. These have got sausage dogs and so on and so on. These are finished quilts. One of them is on my website for sale. In the bottom there is, these are the shelves that I need to find a home for that came out of the new Kallax. This is my pointy finger, by the way. This here, down here, is just full of interfacing. That is my Juki TX7, which is needed in a new home as well, because I've now got the Benina. Down here is my cutting table, which has got my brother overlocker and my baby lock cover stitch. This is fleece, which I need to make some more dog beds from. It has got Boston Terrier faces and pug faces on it. This is the scrap one, which I never know what's in there. It's full of bits of offcuts of fleece. This is finished projects. That is my doll making box. That is a bin that catches all of my templates, printouts, and a whole host of Tula Pink scraps, which I use for all of my scrap blocks and for when I'm making the cushions for my pin cushions that I make to sell. This is a birthday card that I received yesterday from my good friend Michelle. She has recently learnt to embroider. Well, she's recently bought an embroidery machine, which I actually picked up for her just before Christmas. But unfortunately, because she had some surgery on her hand and different things, she's not been able to use it until now. And I think we can proudly say that she definitely knows how to use it, and she's done a very good job with it. So once this is decommissioned as a birthday card, I will be taking this out and I will be turning it into some form of patchwork pillowcase or something, because I want to be able to show it off to its full potential, because it is just beautiful. And that is the finished tour of the sewing room. So there is the iMac clock, bench full of load of rubbish. So that is it really. So I will be back with you in 2 seconds. So I'd also like to say a big happy birthday to Jen for yesterday, because she shares the same birthday as me. And I am going to quickly show you what I've been making this week once I've had a sip of tea. I went to IKEA yesterday. These cups are reduced to 50p, so I might go back and get some more. This is one of this week's makes. I made another sew together bag. This is using tulip pink line work, and this has got rose gold zips. So this, as I say, is using line work, and inside is line work. There is an inside, the inside pockets is lined with the hexies, the rainbow hexie line work range. So I made that one. I don't know whether I showed this one in my last video or not. I can't remember if I made this before last Friday or after last Friday, but I'll quickly show you anyway. This is the Tiny Beasts one, which is full of ladybirds, and inside the pockets is the raccoons with the dustbins and the apple cores. So that is the other sew together bag that I made. And then other than that, really, this week, the only other thing that I've made, just going to scan around to make sure there isn't anything that I've missed. The only thing that I've made is the start of a quilt top. Well, I've actually finished the quilt top, and I've chosen the backing fabric, and this is for my mum. I'm hoping that she doesn't watch this video because it's supposed to be a surprise, but I'm hoping that when the batting turns up today that I can get this finished. I've ordered some fusible batting because I am debating whether to either free motion quilt it or with my Bonita BSR, or I might do some hand quilting with some of the floss Aurifil that I got. I'm not 100% sure yet. So this is a Mary Poppins panel. It's very similar to the one that I made for my friend Claire, but this is the quilt top. So it has a huge panel in the middle that says practically perfect in every way, and it's only going to be a lap size quilt, sort of crib sized, in terms of the size of the batting that I've ordered, because I've ordered a pre-cut fusible. I have got batting, but it's not fusible, and it's a full size, and I don't want to cut full size down just to take out a tiny bit for a crib, because then I've got this funny L-shape piece of batting that I will then only be able to use for small quilts, and it defeats the object of buying huge ones. So the backing for this is this beautiful floral and bumblebee backing, and this is a really, really nice cotton. It's from New Tex, and it is 100% quilting cotton, but it's really, really soft, like the Free Spirit and Tulip cottons are. It's got a really good thread count. So that is the backing for the Mary Poppins quilt, and I'm going to bind it with the stripe, the pink. I'm going to bind it with the pink stripe, so it will have a very narrow binding, similar to here, but it will pull the pink out of the Mary Poppins fabric. So that's about it really for this week. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone's managed to get some sewing in. I just want to give a shout out to Carol. I sent her one of my sew together bags this week. She has got a YouTube channel. She's fairly new to YouTube and Friday Sews. She is absolutely lovely. I will link her in the description box below, and I'll also pop a card in to her channel. Go and check her out. She's absolutely lovely. She's got some really amazing sewing skills. She makes garments like no one's business. She seems to get a lot done in a week as well, like me. And she's also just been to a really cool hotel, which she's just shown. So if you're into any of the sort of British history, there's some clips of that in her latest video. The other person I want to give a shout out to again is Marie. If you haven't already checked out her channel, go and have a look. I made one of her pin cushions this week. That was the other thing that I made, which is the little wrist pin cushion. She's got a tutorial on her channel, which I will link in the cards above, to make these. And I, just so you know, Marie's video for this, she uses some card in the bottom to stop the pins going through and poking you in the wrist. I used clear acetate because if I want to wash it, the acetate won't degrade in the wash. But it's brilliant. It's so much easier to have on your wrist And because it's got the acetate in it, the pins can't go through, even though it makes me feel a bit queasy thinking that they might. But they won't go through into your wrist. And when you're sewing, it just means that you can just pull one out, stick it in, and then just stick it back in your wrist while you're actually taking them out of the fabric as it goes through the machine. So I just used some tiny piece of scraps for this. And it has a Velcro closure on the back. So I will link the card to the video where Marie makes these. So if you want to make one of these, they're great scrap buster. They don't take very long. They're really cute, and it's one of those things that you can use forever and ever and ever once you've made one. And all you need is some toy stuffing or polyfill, or however you'd like to call it, to put into here, just to keep your pins nice and safe. So I will see you all soon. I hope you've had a good week. Ta-ta for now.